Hello, everyone. I hope that everybody's having a wonderful day. Um, you know, sometimes I like to make sure I have enough time to make a video, or I don't know, feel a little more put together. But today, this is what you're getting. It was Mother's Day, and it was a full day. But often for me, when doing these transmissions, they build up and I have to get it out. And so that's what you're getting today. You're getting a get it out message today. So it's gonna not be edited real well. It's just gonna be raw and it's gonna be perfectly imperfect. And I think that feeds into our theme for today, which is going to be, I'm a week late doing this. First of all, I was being guided to do it last weekend, and I just didn't have the time, and now it's kind of like building up. So it's really just going with that self-worth energy, feeling worthy, standing in your worthiness, feeling like you're enough, right? So that's the theme that was coming through, and I was just getting lots of daily messages of the color yellow and the sun, and just everything I was running into was speaking to me. And so this is what we're getting, which leads us kind of back to the solar plexus, right, which is our power centers. And where we're going with that today is shame. And shame sits at the root of all of our unworthiness, or feeling not good enough, or trying to live in perfection, trying to live in maybe a false reality in some sense, right? That we want to look better to people who don't know us that well, kind of all of those things. And right now, astrologically, it's really important to know your self-worth. And so what we'll be doing today is just a light language transmission about letting go of shame and getting on the other side of shame, so we can all feel worthy. We can all feel perfectly imperfect with our imperfections, and we all have them, and they make us unique. And so we should really let them shine, really. I mean, they're at the core, they're who we are when we're alone, when we're not with anybody else, when we're just sitting in our silence, right? Which sometimes can be really challenging as well, right? Because when we're sitting in our own silence is when those deep rooted feelings or experiences start to creep up, and then we wake up, or someone walks into the room, or we get interrupted, and something stops our process from going further and looking at those parts of ourselves and really just kind of acknowledging them and knowing that they exist, and then what are we going to do about it, right? So and so this is really just for our solar plexus and shame. And so with that, kadana oi kai tadana aki I duru ki e ne e ku oi shi e kadana ado o ki I kanana ne e ku sa dadana ai ka ai ku odo do oi I kini ku ai danana na o ko odo do ai kai I tadana ata o sha tata o kini kui si de dono ui ki de dana ata ui shi I ku onana ai I ku ui si da e ke e kenana oi shi I ku ui ne I ku uta da e ki I ku ui di I kuna de I ku ui ne I ku ui shi I kenana ai ki u ku dana ai ku ui ne I ku u ka a ai ke e kenana u ku ui si de dono oi shi I ku ui de dana e ku u ke de e shi I ku no no e te e kono o te e shi e kono na e ki I Koi na 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 e su udirine e ku u. Kena e se udirine e ku u sada ai ki u na na ai da ai ki e. Ki no e sada da no oi si ki e. Koi dinine u dui na 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 e. Koi na 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 e ke u. Ke no na 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 ai du di shita ko ai na ta. Koi sada da na du ushika adana u ko odana. Ke se dono oi na iki e. Koi ne ada ai ko ono oi shi iku. Ke sa dodo oi iku ne eto oi shi iku. Kanada da oi shi iku e na ute e ko oi shi ike te iku oi shi ike tana na ato oi shi ike e te no ota i so kata ai. Koi sa te oi shi iku do oi ne iku i te shi iki e. Koi sa tatana e te sho o ke i toto uti iku o. Kana aita o katana ata o shi iku toto o shi iku nana o. Kai sa toi sa toi sa o shi. Ke shi shai jo. Jo ke shi shai zo. Jo ma ti shi ke te tutu shi shai shi. Je zanada ta is zi jo zanada. Ko zi zai zi ko shi go zo oi. Can it ease as these a to Zoy Kosotoina esho oko e satane eke yododa e sotodanda. Katodo e satodo jishu tedono oda satodo akada e kui totodo no usudo oko isi. Koi satodo so ne eko dadana ai eko. Kai sai to satanada. Kai satoi dana ada aiko shi idoina. Ki ito e setene e ki ito uka ni kushu. Usatara no sada kusatata nada ta usatata kojishe. Kosana eto usha ka nada aka ato usha tene eko. Kosoto na dede e satana dada osha aiki inato dada ote e shikite unata. Ke isoto otada sata unuta sata do ota katada. Kosatani oshi udane. Kana iti ikutuno oshi ikine eto unu otate she ene. Kadadana ada o koi satadana oshi ikutuno. Kita satatano ute ishete kana da oi ite kashitane eko osho otene eka ada au koina te ishi ikuno ota kudu satatane iku udo shate e ni udo kanada da ai iku o satana eko o kasa. So with that, the message I was really getting was that nobody is doing anything to us. We are doing it to ourselves. And that when we put out that to everyone else, then we're just blaming, which is a counterintuitive way of looking at shame. So know that no one's ever doing anything to us. We're doing it to ourselves. And when you're, oh God, that makes me feel like, I have to go back and look at a bunch of stuff because, it's really powerful to think about, like, no one's doing anything to you. And when you think about that, it's like, all right, that's deep, and maybe I have some work to do. But that was what was coming through. And I think it's funnier is I was at the beach today, and I need to Google because I haven't Googled yet, but there were all these honeybees on the beach, and there were no flowers. There's in the part of the beach I was at, there was just these huge cliffs. But I kept seeing these little honeybees on my walk back and on my walk there, and I was worried because they blend in with the sand, and I didn't want to step on them because I'm also allergic. But I think it's very cool when you see these signs and then they come out, because if you heard in the middle of that transmission, there was a little bit of bee coming through. So it's really special. So again, so this is just to release any of that shame that might still be lingering. Now is the time to really be stepping into our self-worth to receive abundance. We're heading into a lot of big stuff coming up, and it's like we've all been walking this road for this big thing, and it's coming. It's just around the corner. So now is the time to really continue to dig deep and really get at the root of any remaining issues and letting them go, working through them. Just really, I keep hearing like shedding your skin, and just keep shedding is what I'm hearing right now. Just keep shedding. And Kanana oshi ikoto no oshi ikoto do na eta kono no iko oshi to no de iko duru shikata no do uti ni iko kana ado kanano oshi ikata ni iko utu no uchi iko nanana to u kudune e. So shedding the layers will allow you to become your true self. There's nowhere to hide when all the layers are off, and we need to be proud of who we are, good, bad, and indifferent. I don't like the word bad, but good. I don't like good either. I don't know, maybe it's just those parts of ourselves that I don't even know what I want to say with that. My stomach is like cramping up right now, so it's gonna come through with what to say with that. Just be with your imperfections is kind of where it's coming from, is be with all of that, because nobody's perfect, and it's fine. It's fine. And if you're not for someone, they can move on, right? And if you are for someone, you will do whatever you're going to do. And know that people come and they go, and that's also part of the journey as well. So I hope that this transmission is a little different than I normally do. I normally don't talk this much, but I feel like I have a lot to say today. But I think it's important for you all to see me as well, and not just see the light language that I bring through, but I don't know, allow you to know me in some sense. And that feels very it feels really powerful, because normally I'm very shy, and I don't really open up. So I feel like this push of self-worth to know, be comfortable, be confident with who I am applies here as well. So you might be getting me talking a little more. If you don't want me to talk so much, let me know. But it just feels very connected today to share a little bit about myself and just kind of where all of this came from today. So, and over the last week or so. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Thank you, and I will see you on the next transmission. Thanks.